The snow fell in relentless sheets, blanketing the rugged peaks of the Cascade Mountains like a shroud over forgotten graves. Elias Kane had chosen this isolation 6 winters ago, retreating to a cabin hewn from the ancient timbers of the forest itself, far from the clamor of humanity that had once defined his life. The world below, with its bustling towns and echoing memories, held no allure for him anymore. He had been a soldier once, a man of action and camaraderie, but the war, that brutal, unending conflict in distant lands, had stripped him bare. It had taken his wife, Amelia, in a senseless raid on their homestead while he was away fighting, and his young son, Thomas, who had succumbed to the fever that swept through the refugee camps. Elias had returned home to ashes and echoes, his heart a hollow cavern where love once resided. Vowing never to speak again, as if words themselves were the harbingers of pain, he ascended the mountain, building his sanctuary with calloused hands and a silent fury. For 6 long winters, he lived in that profound quiet, the only sounds the whisper of wind through pines, the distant howl of wolves, and the rhythmic chop of his axe against wood. He hunted for sustenance, trapped beaver for pelts he rarely traded, and tended a small garden in the brief summers, his existence a testament to self-sufficiency. No visitors came, the path was treacherous, known only to those desperate or foolish enough to seek the ghost of the peaks, as locals whispered about him in the valley taverns. Elias preferred it that way. Silence was his armor, his companion, his penance. On this particular evening, as the 6th winter gripped the land with icy fingers, Elias sat by the hearth, the fire's glow casting flickering shadows across the rough-hewn walls. The cabin was sparse, a single room with a cot piled high with furs, a sturdy table scarred from years of use, and shelves lined with jars of preserved berries and dried meats. His rifle hung above the door, oiled and ready, though he seldom needed it for anything but game. He was whittling a piece of cedar into a crude figurine, a habit born from idle hours, when the first anomaly pierced his world. A distant crunch of snow underfoot, faint but unmistakable. Elias paused, his knife hovering mid-stroke. Animals didn't approach so boldly, and the storm outside was building, winds whipping flakes into a frenzy that would deter even the hardiest traveler. He dismissed it at first, attributing it to a deer or perhaps a falling branch, but then it came again, closer, deliberate. Footsteps. Rising slowly, his massive frame unfolding like a bear roused from hibernation, Elias moved to the window. The glass was frosted over, but he wiped a circle clear with his sleeve. Outside, the world was a swirling white void, visibility reduced to mere feet. Yet, through the haze, he glimpsed a small shape stumbling toward the cabin, a child, bundled inadequately against the cold, her steps faltering.